Hate me, don't you?
Kons podcast.
Hate me, don't you?
Hit that like button, subscribe and share.
Hate me, don't you?
Constant content.
Hate me, don't you?
So DC Young Fry recently been in the news and shit, making clips and headlines and shit like that. So that was him in the pool. You know what I'm saying? And DC Young Fry definitely responded to that. They mentioned this nigga in the pool. Peace, man. The Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. You know what I'm saying? He had passed away, feel me, over the weekend. So this next little clip you about to see is they caught up with Jaleel White, you know what I mean? Steve Urkel. And he was Lynsi Snyder, the CEO of In and Out, is moving in and out of our hometown, California. The lost, legendary Prince, the Prince of Darkness, Mr. Crazy Train. DC Young Fly and Rick Ross was going at it. You feel me? Going at it back and forth about that nigga getting up and just fucking leaving. Yeah, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Sipping that good coffee, you know what I'm saying? Good old chocolate creamer and that good old Cafe Bustelo coffee. You feel me? That shit to give you that energy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be episode 278. Ain't seen y'all in about a week. You feel me? A nigga was on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Definitely hit a vacation up. Went on a cruise. You know what I'm saying? Went on a cruise and shit with the adults, kicking it with the adults, no fucking children. Definitely went on that, went to Alcatraz, you know what I'm saying, visited Alcatraz Island, yeah, I mean, in my city and shit, never been there, you know what I'm saying, I went as a child, I don't remember that shit though, you know what I mean, probably wasn't even paying attention type shit, didn't give a fuck, whatever the case may be, you feel me, but I went to Alcatraz though, shit was cool, you know what I mean, shit was definitely a presence felt, it's definitely kind of eerie in that motherfucker, whole lot of different stories and shit from different inmates and shit, you know what I'm saying, shit was cool though, you feel me? Shit was cool, not bad. The cruise was definitely dope as fuck, you know what I mean? I started walking around and motherfucking get footage and shit, but I was too busy kicking my feet up, enjoying the views, hitting my motherfucking pen, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was cool though. Cool little vacay, had a birthday, you know what I'm saying, while I was on that motherfucking boat and all this shit, you feel me? Shit was dope, you know what I'm saying? Got some little birthday gifts and shit, you feel me? Shit was cool, you know what I'm saying? Everything was cool, copacetic, everything was lit, you know what I mean? I loved it, you know what I'm saying? Enjoying the views and shit. If you ain't never been on a cruise, I recommend that you go, you know what I'm saying? Soon, ASAP. Book that shit. I'm saying it is a getaway, relaxation, being on that water, seeing sunrises, sunsets, you know what I'm saying? Just relaxing, you feel me? Just some relaxing ass shit, you know what I mean? I definitely needed that shit, you know what I'm saying? This life is motherfucking hectic, goddammit. This shit is chaotic. This shit is hectic. In a motherfucker, you feel me? But yeah, though, you know what I'm saying? Episode 278 today, though, you feel me? Did a little cruising and shit, vacay, but I am back, you know what I'm saying? Back, and I had some bad news and shit happened. We all heard the news and all that shit. I'm gonna touch on all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed the last episode. If y'all could remember, since it was like last week, you know what I'm saying? 277, I'll let you know about Clay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion. Got a little thing going, you know what I'm saying? This is last week's info, you feel me? A man stabbed another man in the UK 20 times over $20. You know what I'm saying? In the UK, and there was another stab in the UK. I told you top 5 got stabbed in the neck in London. You know what I mean? Talking that shit. A girl in Michigan stabbed her manager at McDonald's to death. You know what I'm saying? Fatally stabbed her manager. You know what I mean? That was the topics I touched on last week. You know what I'm saying? That was July 15th, 14th, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? That was the last episode that I did. You feel me? I hope y'all enjoyed that. But today is episode 278. We're going to keep this thing going and continue on where the fuck we left off at. You feel me? It's episode 278. You know what I'm saying? In case you new here, this your first time. This is Kons motherfucking podcast. You know what I mean? This is where I'm keeping you up on your daily news, keeping you up on head headlines, keeping you up on updates and news, the shit that went viral, shit that made the headline, any kind of news, whatever the case may be. I'm touching on that shit probably more than likely right here on Kons Podcast. You feel me? So hit that subscribe button and make sure you tell your homies, tell your people, your family, your cousins, your closest relatives, your motherfucking coworkers. Tell them about it. Let them know about Kons Podcast. You know what I'm saying? If they want to be updated and keep updated on all the daily news and all the shit that's going on in the motherfucking world, I'm here to keep you updated on it all. You know what I mean? Support your hood journalists, you feel me? Today I got some topics for you, know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch on DC Young Fly and this Rick Ross little funk shit they got going on, since he was recently asked about why the fuck Rick Ross got up and walked the fuck out on the 85 South show. We're gonna touch on rest in peace to Theo, Cosby, Malcolm Jamal Warner, you know what I mean? We're gonna touch on that. Lynsi Snyder, the CEO of In-N-Out Burger, is taking that shit from us out here in California, moving her headquarters somewhere else. Said California is hard. Legendary Prince of Darkness, Crazy Train, Mr. Crazy Train, passed on us, man. He left us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Ozzy Osbourne. That's the topics we're gonna touch on today, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Without no further ado, though, we're gonna jump right into these topics because fuck it. You know what I mean? DC Young Fly, though, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch right into these topics on episode 278. You know what I mean? First up, though, I'm gonna talk to you, let you know DC Young Fly, you know what I'm saying? So DC Young Fly recently been in the news and shit, making clips and headlines and shit like that, because he went on Rory and Mal show, you know what I'm saying? The podcast that the two dudes who was on Joe Budden shit at first and left, they had some funk and disagreements and they end up doing their own thing, but they flourishing, you know what I'm saying? So Rory and Mal had DC Young Fly, actually the whole 85 show, you know what I'm saying? Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, and Chico Bean on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? He recently asked him, you feel me, what did you feel? You know what I'm saying? How did y'all deal with that? You know what I mean? Have y'all talked to Rick Ross since he left off of y'all's show? You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't remember, Rick Ross went on the 85 show and said, yeah, I gotta get up and go to the bathroom, take this jacket off. He got up and dipped on the 85 South show, left, you feel me? He left the building, dipped out, middle of the interview, all that shit. Recently asked him about it and shit. Of course, Rick Ross had some clap back, DC had some clap back, and all this type of shit. They be going back and forth. So these next little clips you about to see is just them going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The first one, show you the first one of Rory and Mal. This is what DC was talking about when, this is what DC, this is what they were asking him. This is the clip of they asked DC that they ever talked to Rick Ross after he got up and walked out on the 85 South show, and this is what DC had to say to that. Check it out.
Okay, I'm gonna say first of all, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get it.
But I give a fuck because
Try to make
I
us look
fuck with
bad.
you as a person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before, okay, let's just say before all that happened, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say before all that happened. Bro, I'm listening to you, Ross. I feel like you wanted to. Hey,
Shut the fuck up!
I'm listening to you, Ross. I feel like you probably one of the best lyricists from the South that we got. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you poetic, bro. When I listen to your music, I think you put a lot of time and effort into this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to your shit. Not only that, nigga, I fuck with everything you do, nigga.
Yeah.
You fuck with Wingstop, I'ma fuck with Wingstop.
Like you said, y'all had
got
chefs, y'all had everything.
I'm fucking with you. Got a book, nigga. We gonna buy all
we fucking with your
This
shit.
ain't promo marketing. Like, your PR team came and brought all this shit around.
This was it.
This shit was set up so you can see we rock with you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, do you owe us an explanation? No.
Right.
But as niggas who fuck with you, I think it's just something to say, hey man, just a little respect to be like, hey man, this is what I gotta go. This is what I got going on. Let me whoop. I can respect that. That's cool. This is when it get insulting. Because we the type of people that will never bring up nothing that we feel like that can be diminished to your career or anything, nigga, cause we some real niggas.
Yeah.
The moment you leave our show, you went and did a podcast, a white podcast. You sat your ass right there for almost 2 hours
And didn't leave.
and you talk. And the white folk asked your ass, was you a fucking correctional officer?
Yeah.
We would have never asked you no shit like that, nigga, cause we got respect for you.
Right.
And you sat right there and you answered that question so eloquently,
Right.
eloquently.
Eloquently, right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even disrespectful.
Yeah.
And then I get to sit back and watch that shit and be like, damn, what's the difference between them and us?
Okay.
Now I feel disrespected.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, that nigga as a man, my nigga, come on. Don't say money.
Right.
We got it.
Right.
You got it.
Right.
But nigga, we fuck with you, bro. Don't do us like that. And it's still love, but nigga, don't do us like that.
Let me use the restroom one time and I'm gonna take this jacket off.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you can't.
Man, stay tuned.
You can't take your foot off for nothing, nigga.
All gas.
Oh, I'm talking about for life.
I just had to tell the motherfucker. I said, maybe I can't beat him.
Yeah, we good.
You tired?
Yeah, the dip. Something came up.
Yeah, the dip. That's how you dip. Clean off. That's funny here.
Now you see him, now you don't.
Yeah, that's funny here.
Left.
We ain't get no dap.
Nigga, the same and left, nigga. What the fuck y'all asking?
I don't know. That nigga funny here, man. Hell with that. Like, he in the van.
What happened?
Ryan, he's in the van. Oh, he already done pulled off.
You see what DC had said, you know what I'm saying? And then Rick Ross responded and had this to say, sitting in his pool, because he the biggest boss. Oh, I'm in my pool in the mansion. I'm gonna reply like this, because I'm the boss. Check it out.
Look, bro, listen, man. I came to your podcast. I came for free, homie, no charge. I did it on face, homie. I didn't ask you what your analytics was and this and that. I came on face, homie, to show love. And don't make it like I walked off on you. I left early. Rose had some other things to do too. But guess what? I came for free. I wasted that nice Gucci jacket on that look, man. I couldn't even really wear my Gucci jacket again. Did it for love. And next time I come for free, at least have me some lemon pepper Wingstop at that. You heard me? But I came for free. I ain't charging you. You feel me? Don't talk about Rose other business. I came and did that for free. And what is the analytics? How the show doing anyway, man? I'll come back on it and I'm gonna walk off that next time and it's me say, Rose, was I been? Of course not. You know when it's time to go. When it ain't no more chicken wings, man. They ain't smoking, man. Shit gonna be a vibe, nigga. August 2nd, hosted by DC Young Fly.
Him in the pool, you know what I'm saying? And DC Young Fly definitely responded to that and mentioned this nigga in the pool and had this to say about Rick Ross. Check it out.
Big homie. First of all, you know it loves. Second of all, I got to call a spade when it's a spade. You say you did it for free. Everybody do it for free, Ross. You ain't the only nigga. Boosie did it for free. T.I. do it for free. Nigga Busta Rhymes did it for free. Nigga Snoop Dogg did it for free. Everybody who sat on that couch do it for free. Now that wasn't the biggest moment. Now that's one of the viral moments, but Boosie episode 8 million. Got Country Wayne 6-7 million. Like, we do numbers, we do analytics. Our analytics, we was the biggest before you came, and we was the biggest afterwards. So you always got room to come back to be on the biggest podcast in the world, correct? You dig what I'm saying? But when you call a spade, it get hot. And where you gotta go to cool off? I'm going to talk to my little homie DC in the pool because it's hot. I got to get in the pool because it's too hot outside. And August 2nd, y'all make sure y'all go to his pool party, because I'm not gonna be there. But you said I was gonna be there, Ross. But that's false advertising. I didn't say give me a check, but get the free promo, nigga, because we family. Push up to his pool party. Y'all push up, because I'm gonna be in Philadelphia telling these jokes. But everybody can get some money. Push up to the pool party. But Ross, don't do that. And the jacket, nigga, You wore the jacket for no reason. Well, let me buy that Gucci jacket up off you then, so I can tell my son I bought this from a nigga who left. He said that he wore it for no reason. It was a waste. So since we didn't pay you, I'm gonna pay you for the Gucci jacket. Cause if I give you some money, I'm gonna want something. Give me that jacket. Since you want some money. But you know we love you, nigga. Push up again. And you said something about the wings. Make sure we had the wings. If y'all would have stayed, you would have knew we had 200 of them got Wingstop. They was in the back. You remember when you went to the back, the bathroom, you just left? It was 200 Wingstop wings. As a matter of fact, lemon pepper. We knew you were gonna but you didn't eat it. And we respect when niggas got bro. Just tell us as soon as you come in, hey little homies, I got an hour. We gonna try to get you in. Man, we gonna try to get you in about 45 minutes so you can make it to your next destination. Don't pull up act like you doing us a favor and then just leave her without saying something. Just say something so we can know what's going on, gang. We ain't tripping, but push back up. Your team, we called your team. We called the person who we called when you was on the way. Guess what they said? We don't know where he going. So Rouse, get at the pool and give me a call so we can so we can get it together. I love you, big homie. We out. Every day I'm hustling.
You know what I'm saying? Just let you know about the Rick Ross and DC Young Fly going back and forth. Showed you the clips for that. You feel me? Malcolm Jamal Warner, Young Theo Cosby from the Cosby Show. Theo, you know what I'm saying? The nigga that wore the shirt, Gordon, whatever that shirt was, and he didn't like the sleeves was all fucked up. Anthony Mackie came on and wore that shit for Halloween. You know the big classic episode. You know what I'm saying? But damn, rest in peace, man. The Malcolm Jamal Warner. Man, you know what I'm saying? He had passed away, feel me, over the weekend. I mean, he had passed away, drowned in Costa Rica while he was swimming with his 8-year-old daughter, and his girl was there as well. His wife, I'm not sure who she was to him, but she was there as well. You know what I'm saying? They both had witnessed him get sucked under the currents. He had sucked under by a riptide. You know what I'm saying, out there. And the first thing I said was, damn, was the signs and shit. And sure enough, it was a lot of signs, you know what I mean, that he just, I guess, ignored or didn't really take them to heart or something, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely signs out there, you feel me, as you're gonna see in this clip. There was a dude who was on the scene at the actual beach where this happened at, and shows you the clear warning signs that are posted about these waters. Check this clip out.
Where the Cosby Show star Malcolm Jamal Warner's life suddenly and shockingly ended over the weekend. You can see right now there's a red flag blowing in the wind here. That is a warning that people should not be swimming in these waters, and you can see some choppy waves out here. A source close to Warner tells NBC News that he was here with his wife and his young daughter. They were on vacation, and then on Sunday afternoon, things went horribly wrong. Authorities say that a current pulled him out to sea. People were able to get him back on land, but by then, he had no vital signs. Authorities say it appears that he died from asphyxia by submersion. So this is the beach where all this unfolded, but really, as soon as you get here, even before you get onto the beachhead, you can see some warning signs for people who are coming to enjoy the day here. It says, Corrientes de resaca todo el año. Basically warning people, there is a current here throughout the year. You can see there are warnings for surfers, there's warnings about wave conditions, and then take a look at this. This massive sign says you can survive a rip current. Clearly, they're warning people about the conditions that can develop, and unfortunately, the conditions appear to have pulled out Malcolm Jamal Warner over the weekend. The source close to Warner says all signs point to this being a tragic accident, and now Warner's wife, according to that source, is trying to get his body back to the United States so they can prepare for a funeral.
You know what I'm saying? That was him right there on the beach, you feel me? And there definitely was signs telling you about the rip currents and everything that was going on. Even was a sign showing you the way that the currents will push and force underwater and all that, you know what I mean? So it was definitely signs, you know what I'm saying? I was hoping that, you know what I mean, at least they could probably maybe have a lawsuit or something, but if it was signs posted, I don't think it could be a lawsuit, you know what I'm saying? This next little clip you about to see is they caught up with Jaleel White, you know what I mean, Steve Urkel, and he was asked, talked about Malcolm Jamal Warner's death, and also I have a clip from Bill Cosby speaking on Malcolm Jamal Warner's death. Check these clips out.
To ask you, obviously, today we heard the news of Malcolm Jamal Warner as well. You guys both on TV around the same time. Just what did that mean to his impact in the show, the Cosby Show impact?
I mean, Malcolm and I were industry peers. I mean, really, I can't even say that. Like, I grew up looking up to him. He was ahead of me in the game. I'm kind of waiting for more details to come out because it was just a very disturbing report, just accidentally this. But I don't know. You kind of caught me at a loss for words and kind of reflecting on my own memories. Malcolm was like the first former child actor that my mother even let me go out with late at night past 11 p.m. And I had a very close relationship with both him and Michelle Thomas. May they both rest in peace. So please remember him as a poet, a Grammy Award-winning musician, and an actor who did a lot more than just star on a sitcom when he was a kid.
The point for your audience, I want them to know something very, very personal. Number one, when I last spoke, as I can remember, with Malcolm, he was very proud of a performance that he gave in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And if there was any way for that to be played so that people can hear him and hear what he wrote and hear how he expressed himself, because he's a musician also.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that I am very, very proud of Pam Warner, his mother, because the two of them were like peanut butter and jelly. With the bread, with the two. So that's what I wanted to tell you. And I thought about you when the news came to me. And the news came to me in a way that we're not really sure, and we don't know this, and we don't know it. And I said, oh, thank you very much. Because it's the same way I got the news about Ennis. I was at work, and the lady came to me, the showrunner came to me. She said, they have something, and they think it's a celebrity's, something about a celebrity, and I went into my dressing room, and the TV set was there, and there was this covering over it, and I knew that Ennis was out there.
Yeah.
And bingo.
Yeah.
So I don't know about his swimming. I don't know what came and got him, but I do know that he is an honest person, and that media, I hope, will show the respect for him.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
And I am speaking to you because Mrs. Cosby holds you even higher than the ceiling that your turkey is up.
Well, first of all, to you, Mr. Cosby, and you don't have to say anything else. You said period. Because I'm full, and I can only imagine as you watched him grow, and just the story you just told, as if he too were a son. So I appreciate the phone call and you sharing this with us, Mr. Cosby. And my prayers are to both you, his family, those who love him, and you talked about his mom, and surely, because there's no relationship like that.
There's nobody like the Frank.
Ain't nobody like hometown. I get you. I got it, Mr. Cosby.
Okay. Take care.
I love you. Thank you so much. All right. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I'm saying that was Bill Cosby giving you a story about, you know what I mean, who he called his son, Malcolm Jamal Warner. It was Theo, played his son on the Cosby Show. You know what I'm saying? It also showed you what Jaleel White had to say when asked about Malcolm Jamal Warner. You know what I mean? Rest in peace. Yeah, what's happening? What's happening? You know what I mean? I hope you enjoying this episode. You know what I'm saying? Hope you enjoy this episode. You feel me? Hope you enjoy these clips. Hope you enjoying this information that I'm giving you. So go and hit the subscribe button to your daily hood journalist. You feel me? And follow along Monday through Friday and get your news and updates and all that good shit Monday through Friday right here on Kons Podcast. So go and hit that subscribe button right now. Now is your time. Do so if you ain't already. You feel me? Go and hit that shit and tell your people about it. Tell everybody to hit that shit too. You know what I'm saying? They won't be not satisfied. You feel me? Monday through Friday, hitting you with these news and updates, keeping you updated on current shit. Go and hit that subscribe button from me. You know what I mean? Do that shit right now. You feel me? You ain't doing nothing else. Go ahead and do it. Another news, CEO Lynsi Snyder, the CEO of In-N-Out, is moving In-N-Out out of our hometown, California. Know what I'm saying? Also, Chevron is leaving Cali. You feel me? She said that living here is hectic and it's hard running a business in California. We all know they had recently closed down the one out there, I believe, in Oakland because of the violence and shit that kept going on in the parking lot. Motherfuckers kicking it, fights and shit, shootings and shit is happening in front that In-N-Out in Oakland. So they had recently closed that shit down. Know what I'm saying? So she is picking up the headquarters of In-N-Out and moving it to Tennessee. Said like I said, she said Cali is hard. Cali is hectic and shit. It's hard trying to run a business out here, she said. You know what I mean? Also, Chevron is also leaving. You know what I'm saying? People is blaming the governor, Gavin Newsom, you know what I mean, for all this shit. You know what I'm saying? As people always do, we blame politicians for whatever goes on. You know what I mean? But this next little clip you're about to see a clip of Kevin O'Leary speaking on it and how they moving Chevron up out of California as well. And also have the In-N-Out CEO speaking on why she is moving. Check these next two clips out.
It's bad policy. It's bad management at both the state level and municipal. I don't wear my watches in any California cities anymore. Yeah. Some of them are lawless wastelands downtown. The defund the police thing was a bad idea. It's not just In-N-Out. Chevron, one of the world's most iconic energy companies, was started in California. They actually left their home state. If that doesn't tell you it's broken, I don't know what does. Energy independence is crucial for America. They basically said, can't stay here anymore, even though this is our legacy. We have to leave under these punitive policies. I'm so happy there is competition of states. Tennessee is a go-to state. Florida, Texas, there are many others, North Dakota, South Dakota. I think it's important that we understand that now we have social media that sees these stories and it spreads it out everywhere, that if you are a policy maker and you're held accountable now. I mean, this is right on Gavin Newsom's law.
There's a lot of great things about California, but raising a family is not easy here. Doing business is not easy here. Now, the bulk of our stores are still going to be here in California, but it will be wonderful having an office out there, growing out there.
Totally.
And being able to have the family and other people's families out there. And so in that, it's two-part. We'll have everybody under one roof here in Baldwin Park, and we'll close our fine.
Okay. Yeah. That's a big transition. And that's happening in the next few years, right?
Kind of, giving it a longer runway so that it's smoother for everybody so they can plan and all of that. And we gave them a lot of notice, because we love them and want to make it as easy as possible. But by 2030, we'll close their
You know what I'm saying? CEO Lynsi Snyder's picking up In-N-Out headquarters, moving them to Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Said it's hectic. It's hard out here trying to run a fuck business. Legendary, we had another lost legendary prince, the Prince of Darkness, Mr. Crazy Train, the legendary Ozzy Osbourne, man, has passed away at 76. You know what I'm saying? After struggling with many health complications, recently had a spinal surgery, and he was suffering from Parkinson's disease. I believe that's what he passed away from. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne, man. You know what I mean? The legendary Prince of Darkness, Mr. Black Sabbath. You know what I mean? Mr. Dark God himself. You feel me? The nigga Mr. biting a bat's head off live on stage. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, a whole bunch of different legendary moments with Ozzy Osbourne. You know what I'm saying? Passed away at 76. This next little clip you're about to see is from Perez, the blogger. Perez, if you don't know who he is, he was a famous blogger way back in the day before blogging and vlogging was a thing. You know what I'm saying? He was doing this shit a little. I believe he is a gay dude. He has like pink hair, you know what I mean? But he was always entertaining with his blogs and shit like that. So this is him speaking on Ozzy Osbourne passing away. Check it out.
Ozzy Osbourne said goodbye in more ways than one recently. The legendary rocker has just died. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and all of my love to Sharon and Kelly and Jack and Amy and Ozzy's grandchildren. Just weeks after his big hometown farewell concert in the UK, Ozzy has left us. The legendary musician was just 76 years old, but for the last few years, he has been beset with many, many health complications. He's had to live with Parkinson's. He underwent massive back surgery not that long ago. He recently gave a podcast interview and he was not in good spirits because of all of his health ailments. But his voice was still there in that farewell concert. And I don't know if his family knew that this was coming, but I would think they're caught by surprise and probably devastated right now as well. And his fans. And in a statement, Ozzy's family says, "It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love." 76 still feels too young to me. But what a wonderful way to say goodbye. I remember watching highlights from Ozzy's farewell show and him filled with so much gratitude. He told the audience, "You have no idea how I feel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." And now I'm gonna listen to Black Sabbath's "Mama, I'm Coming Home." That feels appropriate. And I would love it if you could share some memories, some songs, any words about Ozzy in the comments section. Let us grieve and be together. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was him, as you seen him speaking on Ozzy Osbourne's passing. You know what I mean? It's affecting a lot of people, just like Jamal Warner's death is also affecting a lot of people in the industry, a lot of celebrities. You know what I mean? But that's all the topics I got for you today. You know what I'm saying? For episode 278, I just let you know, about DC Young Fly. Him and Rick Ross going back and forth with each other about Rick Ross leaving the 85 South show abruptly out of nowhere. Just dipped off on him. Touched on Malcolm Jamal Warner, a.k.a. Mr. Theo Huxtable, you know what I'm saying, on the Cosby Show, passed away in a tragic drowning accident out in Costa Rica, was swept under by a rip current and drowned while on vacation with his 8-year-old daughter and his wife. CEO Lynsi Snyder is picking up In and Out and moving the headquarters to Tennessee. She said California running a business out here is hard and it's hectic out here in Cali. People is blaming Gavin Newsom for this. Also, Chevron is dipping up out of California too. Also let you know that the legendary Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, has passed away at 76. You know what I'm saying? That's the 4 topics that I have for you today that I just let you know about. Hopefully you didn't know too much about the topics and you found out right here on Kons Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Before the closing thoughts though on these topics, you feel me? Let's go through the closing thoughts real quick and what I feel on these each here topics after I just gave you the news. So, you know what I mean? DC Young Fly and Rick Ross was going at it. You feel me? Going at it back and forth about that nigga getting up and just fucking leaving. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching that episode. The nigga was sitting there with his Gucci jackets, chilling, looking like he was chilling. They was chopping it up. And it was in the beginning too, if I remember right. They didn't even get to talking good before this nigga said, all right, let me go to the bathroom and change this jacket. You know what I mean? So he gets up, takes his last little sip of the drink he was drinking, got up and walked the fuck out. Left. Didn't even say shit to nobody or nothing. You know, so that's pretty distasteful. You feel me? That's not professional. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think, you feel me? And then, you know what I'm saying? He went on to say that he wasn't paid and all this type of shit when he in the clip. You know what I'm saying? But DC Young Fly, you heard him say, nigga, I ain't paying nobody. Nigga, nobody do it. Everybody did this shit for free. Nigga, Snoop Dogg came up here for free. Nigga, Boosie Badass. Nigga, all these niggas did this shit for free. Ice Cube, nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, you did it for everybody did it for free, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So Rick Ross had to talk his little shit, you know what I mean, in this little pool, swimming around, panning the camera around, showing his little mansion in the background. Man, we all know Rick Ross do whenever somebody talk about him. He throws money at you. You know what I'm saying? But now, everybody rich. You know what I mean? All the niggas in the industry is rich, so I don't know what he doing with that or saying with that, you know what I'm saying? But you need to just own up to what you did. That was fucked up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They got camera crew and all that shit, paying people to be there and all this shit, setting up interviews and all this shit, and you wasted people's time. You know what I'm saying? You wasted time, man. You feel me? That's not cool. Rick Ross ain't even owning up to the shit. You know what I'm saying? He talking shit and laughing and shit about it and shit like that. Talking about the boss had other things to do. Why you scheduled the interview then, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? All this shit is pre-planned. You didn't just pop up at that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That shit was all pre-planned. You feel me? On that day, scheduled for you to come out, sit up and chop it up with 85 South. You know what I mean? And you got up the chose to just get up and dip on them. You know what I'm saying? I'd have felt the way about that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Just like DC said, I gotta call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Period and point blank. You know what I'm saying? He was wrong for that. You know what I mean? And instead of just coming out and saying like, my bad, you know what I mean? Let's, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be wherever y'all at. Let's make it right. You know what I'm saying? I come back, chop it up with y'all. It'd be all good. You feel me? And then they can sit and laugh about it probably. You know what I'm saying? They probably gonna roast you a little bit, but that's, you know, that's a given though. You got up and dipped on them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I mean? Touched on that shit. They going back and forth for shit. I feel DC Young Fly, he handled that shit like a G, handled it like a real professional. You know what I'm saying? They said it's all love still. You feel me? Come back and do the show. You know what I'm saying? Just come back and chop it up. You feel me? At least why? You know what I'm saying? Why you left? They don't even know why. You just up to dip, which is fucked up. And I feel DC Young Fly in that situation. Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, man. That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That shit kind of hit me. You feel me? I grew up watching the Cosby Show. You know what I'm saying? I done seen damn near all them episodes. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the episode with the shirt and shit like that. You know what I mean? The Gordon, or whatever dude name wasn't even a real brand name. That was one of the producers' names and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But man, crazy, yo. Drowned in Costa Rica in front of this 8-year-old and his wife. You know what I mean? Tragic shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, but you gotta read the signs, man. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, I wish he wouldn't have went swimming in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? We'd still have Malcolm Jamal Warner, you know what I'm saying? But man, shit crazy to go out like that. You know what I mean? That's tragic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Man, drowning, I can't imagine going out drowning. You know what I mean? That's like being burned alive. You know what I mean? You're going to hear and feel everything up until you can't no more. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fight to try to breathe until you can't no more. You feel me? All the water being sucked into your lungs, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's tragic, man. You know what I'm saying? Tragic shit, man. That shit's sad as shit. You know what I'm saying? We all grew up watching the Huxtables, watching the Cosby Show. You feel me? We all seen them. You know what I mean? So it's just tragic. You know what I mean? It's tragic. It's tragic. It's a very sad story. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. You know what I mean? Condolences to his family, his daughter, his wife, and everybody and all his close friends and shit like that. Sad news. Lynsi Snyder, CEO of In-N-Out, picking her shit up and dipping out of California, said, fuck this shit. It's too violent. It's too ghetto in this motherfucker. Have people fighting shit in front of stores. Got to close stores down because of violence and shit happening in the neighborhood that I got my store in and shit. I'm out. Fuck this shit. So she picking her shit up and moving her headquarters to goddamn Tennessee. Fuck it. She said, fuck it. I'm out of Cali. It's hectic. It's hard trying to run the goddamn business here. I can't do it. She pick it up and leave. Well, bitch, leave then. Shit, you feel me? That's how we feel. Goddamn it, we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We gonna miss In-N-Out if they slowly start diminishing out this motherfucker. She says they gonna keep a couple of chains out here in Cali, but now the headquarters is dipping off. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look, get your shit and leave then. You know what I'm saying? If it's too ghetto, it's too hectic for you. You know what I'm saying? You doing the right thing. Get the fuck up out of here then. You feel me? We don't want nobody in this motherfucker that don't want to be in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We don't take kindly to motherfucking outsiders and out-of-staters any goddamn way. You feel me? So, you know, yeah, go ahead and move. You know what I'm saying? Now, Chevron dipping off. I don't know why they dipping off. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with Chevron anyway. High-ass gas prices. You know what I'm saying? Y'all usually be the highest motherfucking prices out of all of them. Out of the Shell, out of the Arco, out of the Exxon, out of the 76, Chevron. You niggas is usually up there. You know what I'm saying? That extra dollar of some change or that extra 85 cents, you feel me, on the gallon type shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else will be at, you know what I'm saying, a good 4.15 or something, 4.16. You niggas will be at 4.47 and shit, a gallon and shit like that. You know what I mean? So y'all niggas always been expensive anyways. Y'all get the fuck out too, you know what I mean? Us as Californians, I think I speak for all of us when I say we don't give a fuck and go ahead and leave. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Costco gas any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? That gas is cheaper and it's healthier gas anyway, cleaner gas anyway, so fuck it. I don't even fuck with Chevron, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to dip, go ahead and dip. In-N-Out, you want to get the fuck out? Go ahead and get the fuck out then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? More power to you. Pick up your business though. You know what I'm saying? Hope your business thrives out there in Tennessee more than what you feel like it's doing out here in California. And I wish you nothing but best, Miss Lynsi Snyder. Picking up headquarters and leaving In-N-Out, leaving Cali and shit. Prince of Darkness, man. I'm Ozzy Osbourne. I keep wanting to say Henry. That's an underground rapper and shit. Henry Osbourne. But Ozzy Osbourne, man, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? He was struggling a lot, though. You know what I mean? Before he passed, you know what I'm saying? He was struggling a lot. I'm sure he was taking pharmacies, fucking warehouses worth of medication every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? He came from a long life of partying and rock and roll and a whole lot of drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it was fucking him up in his later life and shit like that. You feel me? But he was always in cool spirits and shit. But if you listen to some of his old shits where he talking to shit, you know what I'm saying? He been ready for this type of shit. You know what I mean? He been ready to go. You know what I'm saying? He knew he was passing on. He knew he was dying off. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of audio recordings of him saying this. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't imagine what it was like. You know what I mean? He was in pain a lot. You know what I'm saying? Every day. So at least we could say, you know what I'm saying, no more suffering for him, you know what I mean? No more pain for him, no more taking 77 pills a day type of shit, you know what I mean? So hopefully he in a better place and good spirits now, you feel me, now that he's not on a part of this worldly body that we all go through, the stress and suffering and shit like that. Hopefully he is free of all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Crazy Train, you know what I mean? Mr. Biting a bat's head off live on stage, you feel me? Yeah, man, Ozzy Osbourne, man, was a crazy rock and roller. Showed you the true meaning of rock and roll. You know what I mean? He embodied that shit for sure. Rest in peace, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. You know what I'm saying? At 76, say he died from Parkinson's and shit. You know what I mean? So condolences to his family. You know what I'm saying? His sons and shit. I watched the show they had on MTV, the little reality shit they did, sharing. You know what I'm saying? There was just a family from the UK. You feel me? But yeah, rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne, man. Legend. You know what I'm saying? Legendary Prince of Darkness. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my final thoughts and shit. You know what I mean? That's everything I had to say on these topics. You feel me? On this fine motherfucking Wednesday, July 23rd, 2:48 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? It ain't been too hot out. This motherfucker been in the cool 80s with a nice little breeze. You feel me? Ain't too bad. And I'm loving it. Usually around this time last year, we'd have been 2-3 weeks of 108-degree weather and shit. But they taking this time this year, and I'm humble about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble about these 85, 80-degree weather days. You feel me? But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching though. You know what I'm saying? You could have been doing anything you wanted to do, no matter who you was. You know what I'm saying? You could have been a daughter, could have been a son, could have been an older cousin, a big cousin, could have been an auntie, you know what I'm saying? An uncle, could have been a niece, a nephew, could have been a grandpa, a grandma, a mother, a father. You feel me? And if y'all got pets sitting there watching, whether your pet could be a cat, you have a pet dog, you have a pet ferret, a pet squirrel, you have a pet hedgehog, you have a pet giraffe, a pet lion, you have a pet tiger, a pet iguana, a pet motherfucking gerbil, whoever your pet is, if they got eyes on Kons podcast, sucking up this daily motherfucking news, and no, I'm not gonna say fucking pause for saying sucking up the news. God damn it, fuck you for thinking about anything else other than what the fuck I just said. You know what I'm saying? I don't say the pause word. But yeah, you know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching though. You know what I'm saying? As you see my nigga saluting you, scrolling up the screen. You know what I'm saying? Giving you that good salute. You feel me? Yeah, no pauses around here though. You know what I'm saying? You hear that beat creeping up in the background. You know what I'm saying? This beat was made by my nigga Amazing Beats. You know what I mean? That's how we're gonna start this week off. Ended you with my nigga Amazing, as you heard in the beginning, in the intro as this shit came on. You feel me? My nigga Amazing was talking to you, and I'm gonna let him finish talking to you while these credits roll up the screen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. This has been episode 278. I hope you learned something that you didn't know.
Hate me, don't you?
don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Do you understand that?